The Washington Traffic Safety Commission presents Buckling Up Children, Common Mistakes, Simple Solutions.
Reaching, those little fingers. Ooh, I see it. There's the smile. Ooh. I did too, man. So precious. Look at you. You know, I remember when my son was first born. I couldn't believe it, you know. It's true what they say. Your whole world changes. I remember holding him for the first time, and so small, fragile. I had one thing going for me though. At least he looked like his mama. Hello there. You know, looking back, going home from the hospital the first time, well, first of all, we were lucky. We all made it home safely. But I don't know if I was very confident that I had my child buckled up safely in the new car seat that we had just bought. Let's face it, I didn't know one car seat from another. Oh, I was a good soldier. I remember getting all the information I could from the experts. They knew everything about car seat safety. Everything.
There are 1,985 ways to buckle your child safe.
Your child's going to outgrow this when their head reaches within 1 inch from the top of the shelf. You never add anything to the car seat that doesn't come with it. Always make sure you have the harness nice and snug so you can't pinch any slack at their collarbone. Make sure that this plastic clip right here is always at the armpit level. Make sure that you never bundle the baby, you just dress them in their normal clothing. Also, you never want to travel with the handle up unless your manufacturer says that it's okay.
Any questions?
Whew. Let's just say, as kids grow, there's a lot to know about keeping them safe. And needless to say, I'm still learning.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration found 73% of child passengers are at risk of serious injury or death because they haven't been correctly buckled up.
As parents, we're going to do all we can to keep our kids safe. No one wants to use a car seat the wrong way. Our lives have become so busy. Errands, children's taxi service, are we there yet? Are we there yet? I've heard that a million times. But we can't be an expert on everything. And the laws of physics don't understand our busy lives. But the laws of physics apply to everyone, parents and children equally.
Highway safety experts did a huge survey and found that the most common mistakes that people make are
infant car seats not rear-facing or forward-facing too soon, seatbelts not buckled tightly enough around a child's car seat, loose harness straps that won't hold the child inside the car seat, and children put in regular seatbelts too soon. Do any of these sound familiar to you? Welcome to the club. Buckling children correctly is serious business. Just to show you how powerful the forces are in a crash, let's take a look at the science real quick. Here I am behind the wheel, going about 30 miles per hour, short little trip, nothing special. Now 30 miles an hour doesn't seem like a lot of speed, especially on this stretch of road. But let's take a closer look. If you're in a crash at just 30 miles an hour, a 10-pound baby, now that's not much bigger than many newborns, will exert 300 pounds of force. That is a force equal to dropping your child off the top of a 3-story building. No amount of good luck will allow you to hang on to a child against that kind of physical force.
This is Dr. Beth E. Bell, a pediatrician and researcher at Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. An expert on child passenger safety, she has seen too many deaths and injuries come through this emergency room that could have been prevented.
One of the hardest parts of my job is to have to tell a parent that their child has been seriously injured. You can imagine it's even worse when the injury could have been completely prevented.
So we all need to know how to fix these common mistakes and keep our kids safe in our vehicles. So, let's get started.
From the time a child is born to at least 1 year of age and at least 20 pounds, an infant should be placed in the back seat and the child's car seat should be facing the rear.
Common mistake number 1 usually happens here. Adults put their infants in the back but turn the car seat to face forward because we love keeping an eye on them from our rearview mirror.
An infant's neck is weak and its head weighs so much more compared to the rest of its body. That child can needlessly be injured in a crash if it is riding facing forward.
Children's spines are more flexible than adult spines, and in a crash that spine can flex and whip and actually tear the ligaments apart, leaving a child paralyzed.
If there's a crash and the baby is riding rear facing, the baby's entire body settles into the restraint, and the crash forces are evenly distributed across the strongest part of that tiny body, the back and the shoulders. This is why a child should ride rear facing.
Okay, rear facing or forward facing. Common mistake number 2 usually happens here. Loose harness straps that won't hold the child inside the car seat.
Make sure that the harness straps are snug and not loose. This harness is too loose. In a crash, a loose harness could result in the child being ejected from the seat, or he or she could suffer internal injuries. To fix this, pull up on the hip straps to be sure that they are snug. See those? Those are the hip straps. The harness should lie in a straight line, not pressed into the child's body, and be flat, not twisted. If needed, tighten the harness again until it is snug.
So, the kids are rear facing. Let's see, we've tightened the harnesses. We're feeling good about ourselves because we checked it twice. We're becoming safety experts. But simple mistake number 3 is just waiting to happen. The car seat itself is not installed tightly enough to the car.
So here's a simple way to tell if your car seat's too loose. So if the seat moves more than an inch from side to side, or you can pull it away from the back of the seat more than an inch, when you grasp it right here at the belt path, the seat's too loose. So an easy way to tighten it is to put your knees on the seat to put some pressure, hold onto the seat, and pull up on the seat belt as tight as possible. And one more thing, remember to read both your car seat owner's manual and the owner's manual for your vehicle for some more helpful hints on how to keep your child safer.
Our toddlers and infants soon grow up to be even bigger kids, and believe me, they grow up fast. Another common mistake is putting kids in regular seat belts too soon.
In children whose bodies are smaller, that lap belt rides up high on the belly where the soft organs are. In a crash, that seat belt is driven back all the way to the spine, and it crushes anything in front of it, the liver, the spleen, and the intestines, which are filled with air and can pop like a balloon in a crash.
The problem is, they hate it when they think we're treating them like infants or toddlers. Oh, they may whine and complain because they think they're too big to be in a child seat with a harness, but don't yet fit into adult seat belts. Now that's where booster seats come in. A booster seat lifts the child up and into the adult belt. They're simple to use. Just remember to make sure the shoulder belt fits across the center of the child's shoulder, not the arm. The lap belt must touch the top of the child's thighs, not up on the tummy. And don't allow your child to put the shoulder belt under his arm or behind his back.
It's a fact. Children learn by example. If you buckle up, chances are they'll buckle up too, no matter how old they get. But in my car, everyone always buckles up, even on short trips close to home. No exceptions, no excuses. We don't want our kids to end up here, especially if we can prevent it.
Here's Dr. Ebell with a quick recap.
The first is to make sure that your infant stays rear facing until she is 1 year old and 20 pounds. You have to reach both of those numbers. The next important point is that the car seat is securely fastened to the car. It needs to be snug, and you can put your knee in there to make sure the straps are pulled tightly. Third, your child should be securely fastened to the car seat. Make sure the harness is snug. Finally, children who are 4 to 8 years old are still too small to be safely protected by the adult seatbelt. They need a booster seat.
We realize there's a lot more information on child passenger safety techniques and advice that's not covered in this video. A lot more. For more information on these and other child passenger safety issues, go to www.800bucklup.org. That's 800 buckle up without the E. Well, there you have it. Common mistakes, simple solutions. Hopefully this helps you feel you're doing everything you can to drive safely with young passengers. At least it's a good start.